Hey everybody, hey Robin, thank you very much for inviting me to be a guest blogger on LCI's Meet the Media, but I'm going to change it up a bit because I vlog, a video blog. So this is a video blog. I'm a guest vlogger, and I'm going to answer your questions. I've got them right here, right there. And you might say, oh, well, okay, where are you? Well, as befits my weird life, I am at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport, headed into SFO, and then in about perhaps a day or two, ATL. Now, yeah, those are call letters because I've flown United Airlines, hear that, for 50 years. That's another story. But I need to knock this out. I called Robin. I said I'm going to do it right now, so here it is. Here's the first question.
Group 3 at this time, group 3.
What types of stories, trends, or issues are on your radar now? Well, first of all, I think it's proper to say that Zennie 62 Media focuses on politics, news, sports, and tech. So it's whatever happens to be the trend. And I say that because a lot of what I do is based on data that I think is going to, frankly speaking, get the most traffic because that traffic has to be converted monetarily so that this business can be a going concern. And so that is one part of it. The other part of it is, stories that I think someone else might be interested in, or someone sends me something that I may be interested in, but it boils down to video blogging, making a commentary. Because of the situation between the Raiders and the NFL working to relocate to Las Vegas, because of my unique background in urban planning and my history with the city of Oakland, I have drawn a lot of attention from that, and so I've paid a lot of attention to that. So that's been my focus of late. It says, describe one of the wackiest proposals, ideas you've ever been sent. One of the wackiest, that's easy. 2010, I was invited to cover Comic-Con in San Diego for the first time, and I was embedded in a huge stretch Hummer limo that featured, among other people, Danielle Harris, who was then the Scream Queen. She was in Halloween 1 and 2, the remakes by Rob Zombie, and R.A. Millenhoff, who played Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Kane Hodder, who played Jason from Friday the 13th, not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 times. And you can see this right here in Zennie 62 on YouTube. And the great time that we had on getting to know each other, her idea was to put me in the limousine with them and other cast members of this movie called Hatchet 3. So it's Hatchet 1 and Hatchet 2 is Hatchet 3. And see what happened. And the rest is history. It's one of the best times I've ever had. It was wacky. What elements or characteristics do you look for in a story? I really don't. Because a lot of what I do isn't text-based. I look for... that begs a question, because in photography, there's the question of, do you visualize a shot or photo, or do you take it as it happens? I'm the latter. I tend to go with things as they happen because of the visual nature of what I do. What story or stories are you most proud of? Oh, that's easy. The one I'm most proud of is not so much a story, it's an episode. What is a story? It was the first episode of my television show, The Blog Report, with Zennie 62 on Colors TV on the Dish Network, and Art Thomas had this great idea of putting together all of my YouTube videos, or 3 of them at least, into a 30-minute television show once a week. And our first episode was about the Oscar Grant riot in Oakland, all done with a handheld flip video camera, and it was outstanding. That was my best one. Let's see here. Tell us about your dream assignment. Oh, I don't have a dream assignment. I do things on my own. My dream is to raise $20 million for my company, and basically reshape media, or continue reshaping media, because it needs to be reshaped. That's another long story. But I don't really think in terms of dream assignments. I'm different. Let's see here. Finish the sentence. If I'm not reporting, I am. Well, I have to change that.
Group 4, welcome to
If I'm not vlogging, I'm eating. But then I'm eating as I vlog. That's a hard one because I vlog a lot. I'm a life vlogger. If I'm not vlogging, I'm sleeping because it's really hard to vlog when you're asleep. So there you go. Let's see here. What advice do you have for PR people who want to pitch you? My advice for PR people who want to pitch me is this. Make sure that you understand, I'm being very honest, where we are in terms of media. The idea of pitching assumes that the person producing the media is paid by someone to produce it. More often than not today, that's not the case. I run my own server. Well, it's hosted by HostGator, but it's a dedicated server to me. I run my own means of production. And so if you come to me and respect the fact that I'm an influencer producing the means of production and say, hey, look, we are going to have you as a sponsored content producer, that's great. But the 20th century approach doesn't work. And that's why a lot of PR people go by the wayside, because they don't get that this is not the era where you had a handful of people who had the dollars making the media. It's spread out, it's different. And you've got to treat a person with a smartphone as if they are a small television production shop. You got to be able to bring something that they have such that they're able to pay the bills related to that project. That's only realistic today. Okay. Tell us a little about yourself. Oh gosh. Let's see here. My background's in urban planning. I'm a huge Star Trek fan, as you can tell. In fact, Gene Roddenberry's son gave me that one. I'm going on this will be my 10th year straight covering Comic-Con in San Diego. There's a lot to tell, but it's about 6 minutes. That would turn into 30. All right, thanks a lot, and I'm honored to be one of your guests vloggers. Actually, I'm the only vlogger. All right, see ya.